Blitzball went up 85%.
Blitzball went up because of our wraparound programs and our collaborative mental health programs. And Mr. Richards and I have been having a conversation because part of that is with the governor's blue lining. We did get one year round of funding again this year, but it's really not clear what's going to happen with the ongoing funding formula, because this year we got funded on usage basis, which basically we have a very high usage, good program. Moving forward, they're talking about it just doing it on an ADA basis, which would then lower the amount of funding that we're receiving. So we're watching that closely in the governor's budget proposals.
So can you explain what the difference between unrestricted on page 1 and general fund is on page 2?
General fund on page 2 is the sum of unrestricted, partially restricted, and restricted. It's the entire general fund, all of fund 1. So on the first page, it's gradual addition of sections. So unrestricted plus partially restricted is the U plus P section on page 1.
Correct.
Then restricted, which is all the rest of the categorical programs, added to the U plus P is the total general fund, all of fund 1. Then the other funds are adult ed, cafeteria, measure C, measure A, being added in to get the grand total for the whole district.
And are you counting partially restricted as tier 2 and 3?
Partially restricted funds include any restricted program that encroaches upon or receives a contribution from the unrestricted general fund. Tier 3 is actually fully unrestricted, so it's all an unrestricted number. Tier 2 categoricals are either in restricted, partially, or either restricted or partially restricted depending on their situation. Special ed is partially restricted, transportation is partially restricted, and the other tier 2 categoricals that are still fully funded out of categorical programs, they're in the R section, it's restricted. If they're not receiving a contribution from the general, from the unrestricted general.
So the general fund total line on page 2 includes everything on page 1 plus then the other funds.
No, the general fund at the top of page 2 is everything on page 1 added together.
Correct.
Then other funds added to general fund is the all funds section in the middle of page 2. That's the grand total of the entire district.
Okay, so when you two present this, what are your summary comments on this? As we review this, what's your summary comment in including this?
Well, I think what we were trying to do is create a context. When you look at the 15 pages of cuts, it's 15 pages of cuts, and it looks, you know, wow. So you're trying to put it together. So what we were just trying to summarize is that if you look, you know, so we were trying to figure out how do you summarize all of these reductions. And so we thought if we could summarize them by what it's done to each different of our units, it might give us a better overall, you know, idea of where we reduce. And I think basically the overall summary is that you can see that we've really made reductions across the board. You know, to every different group. It hasn't just been one group or not another, but you know, all our teachers, our classifier, our administrators, everybody's had significant reductions to their units, which, you know, over the poly CSEA is the smallest, and that's because of IEPs and meeting our IEP goals. But otherwise, all the other units have been reduced.
So this is mainly to show us that it's a shared expense, it's a shared loss.
I think we were just trying to create a totality picture, yes.
Any questions? Any of these additional questions from the board on position control for the second interim, pages 22 and 23? Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on then. I guess to page 24. So 24 and 25. 24 is an update of a sheet that every time Brian presents. But again, this is budgeting for next year. So it is significantly different because we had to take the Clayton Valley Charter teachers and everything out. So when you look at what we save for a furlough day or what it costs for 1%, the cost of a 1% decreases because we don't have as many employees. What we save on a furlough day doesn't decreases because we don't have as many employees. So this is just our updated sheet that again just shows you salaries, benefits, and then what over the very right hand two columns, what would a 1% increase cost, and what does a 1 day, a furlough day, save the district. And again, it starts at the top in unrestricted, then goes to partially restricted, restricted, and then the general fund again is adding those top three together, and that's sort of the cumulative effect.